There's a university at the tip of Africa that's right at the top of its game. It's a place with a proud history and legacy, pulled upwards by a future that will not be tamed.
It brims over with powerful ideas that again and again lead to potent action and real change. Since when? 6 decades long, it's been home to groundbreakers, change makers, planet shakers, and it's still going strong.
It's the home of forward-thinking higher learning, homegrown pride and a story still unfurling, independent thought which sparks innovation, mindful global citizens and their perpetual liberation.
Today, this is my home, my community, my springboard, my zone, like iron sharpening iron. Here, my potential is mined, my mind is refined, and my future redefined.
It's our time to learn from our past and our histories, to be the leaders of tomorrow's victories.
It's our time to stand up and step into our light.
To rise with Africa and all the world by our side.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen, and most importantly, our graduands. Our graduation ceremony will commence shortly. Good day, ladies and gentlemen, and most importantly, our graduands. Our graduation ceremony will commence shortly. And before we do so, we would like to share the following announcements and guidelines with you. In the event of emergency, please remain calm and follow the instructions of the safety officer and ushers. All cell phones and electronic devices should be switched off or placed on silent mode. Lavatory facilities are to your left as you exit the venue. Please refrain from moving towards the stage to take photographs or record the proceedings, as this is disruptive to the event and to other guests and graduands. Photographers are set up in the Student Center should you wish to take a family photo. Refreshments will be provided to you after the ceremony, and the ushers will guide you to where it will be offered. For our graduands, only doctoral graduands are required to have a cap. All other graduands do not require a cap, and should you have one, please leave it at your seat. Doctoral graduands are to keep their caps in their hands and not to wear them until their degrees have been conferred. Graduands, on the back of your seat is your name card that you must present to the Dean when you are at the podium. Make sure that you have your hood and that it is draped over your left arm with the flap to the front. University staff members will indicate when your row should move from your seats towards the podium. You will move to your right from your row. Take your name card and hood with you. Once at the podium, hand your name card to the Dean and stand on the black line that is on the carpet. Once your name is called, collect your card from the Dean and proceed to the Chancellor. Graduand, please kneel with the right knee on the bench in front of the Chancellor or Vice-Chancellor whilst they cap you. A photograph will be taken at this point. Proceed from there to the Registrar, who will place the hood on you. Face the audience and then leave the stage. Doctoral graduands, you will then place their caps on their heads. Should there be a graduate with the registrar when you're approaching, please wait in front of the black line on the carpet that is close to the registrar. This will allow the photographers to take the photo of the next graduate who is being capped by the Chancellor. When leaving the stage, go down the stairs, turn right and proceed down the passage where you will receive your certificate or letter of completion. Re-enter the hall from the door on your left on the ground floor and proceed to your seat. University staff will direct you. Graduands, please note that this is an important notice. Once you have had your degree conferred upon, please do not leave the hall with your guests, as it is disrespectful to other graduands, guests, and university officials. You may only leave once the ceremony has been concluded by the Chancellor. The academic procession will enter the hall from the center doorway towards the stage. The audience will be requested to stand and remain standing. The Chancellor will constitute the congregation. We will then sing the national anthem and encourage all to participate. Thereafter, a prayer will be conducted. An indication will be given for you to be seated. At the end of the ceremony, you are requested to stand and remain standing as the academic procession leaves the hall. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for being with us today to celebrate the achievements of the graduates.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the academic procession.
Good afternoon. One of us is going to have to give in because I'll keep on greeting you until you greet me back. Good afternoon. That's much better. I declare this congregation of the University of the Western Cape duly constituted.
The national anthem will be led by Ms. Kaylin Williams, soloist of the UWC Center for Performing Arts. The national anthem can be found on page 11 of the program. Please join us. Please be seated. The university respects and recognizes all faiths, and in an effort to respect the major faiths observed by the UWC community, we arrange for a spiritual leader from each of these to lead us in prayer on a rotational basis. This afternoon, we will be led in prayer by Dr. Lutasha Ndesi.
Let us pray. Laat ons bid. Masitandazi. God of joy and peace and celebration, Siabulela Nkosi Bazigwazile Udibana Sonke Apanam Slanche. Ons dankie almagtige God vir hierdie spesiale instansie en vir almal wat bydra tot die sukses van hierdie universiteit. Ons vra nederig dat U al die leiers, dosente en personeel seën met wysheid, eenheid, toewyding en die moed om altyd te werk om 'n positiewe verskil en verandering aan te bring hier in ons werksplek, in ons gemeenskappe en in ons samelewing. God of opportunity, we sincerely request that you now bless all these graduates as they go out to be of service in their various communities within our country and in the world. We pray that you afford each graduate the necessary employment prospects for them to contribute ethically and constructively towards building a more peaceful nation and society. Siabulela ngabazali nesifundisi ntsapo esiklase abafundi ubabafike apa namhlanje. Hlala nate nkosi as we celebrate the extraordinary achievements of these graduates and as we give thanks for all the blessings you bestow on us daily when we offer all our collective prayers with gratitude, praise, and joy. Amen.
I now call upon the acting president of the Student Representative Council, Siyabonga Sgudla, to address you.
No, thank you very much, Registrar. Vice Chancellor, Professor Taran Pretorius, members of the Executive Management, SRC Community Outreach Officer, Comrade Lungelo Malaza, SRC Gender and Security Officer, Comrade Inat Kogela, academics, the least cared about outsourced workers of the university who keep the people, most of the people on this stage, safe every day and their offices clean, our cleaners and security guards, graduates, and your significant others, our guests. Allow me to say revolutionary greetings. I'd request that we all stand up and observe a short moment of silence in honor and remembrance of our brothers and sisters from Palestine that have since lost their lives because of the ongoing genocide that is being carried out by the murderous apartheid state of Israel and aided by the imperialist West. May we please stand up. Thank you. You may all be seated. Vice Chancellor, unlike the anti-black provincial government of the Western Cape, the student community of the University of the Western Cape is clear on its position that it is in solidarity with the people of Palestine and their fight to be freed from the shackles of oppression that the apartheid state of Israel has confined them to. As the SRC, we will continue to call for the freedom of Palestine. As the SRC, we will continue to unapologetically chant, from the river to the sea, Palestine will be free. Now, to my brothers and sisters seated here in this hall, you've traveled a long road to get here. You've traveled a difficult road to arrive at this venue and walk this stage. You've seen things you never imagined, all in the name of walking this very stage. There were times you felt happy to be here. There were times you felt proud of being a student of this university. Then there were those times you doubted yourself because of the momentous task of begging this qualification. There were also times the material conditions of this university added on to the stresses of being a student. And over the past few years, there were times you struggled to buy a mere loaf of bread because of the failures of the government of the day in providing an NSFAS that is functional and is efficient in its service to the students of this country. There are also those of you who also had to deal with another stress, that of not feeling safe whenever you have to leave your private accommodation facilities to walk to campus. All of this was in the good name of education. There were times you fought against these difficult and unjust conditions, only to be met by pepper spray, pellet guns, and rubber bullets from the powers that be. This is the journey that you've traveled, a difficult one that still makes us question its very worth, when there are man-made and unnecessary hurdles that we are forced to jump every single day of our studies. Today, however, presents itself as an opportunity to reflect on the journey you've traveled and the difference that your certificate will make in your life. Many of you, like me, who don't come from the richest of families and households, must feel very proud of yourselves. You must celebrate yourselves today because you have proven to be an inspiration to many. When you celebrate this milestone, never forget those who gave you unwavering support in this journey. Never forget the communities that birthed and raised you. Never divorce yourself from the struggles, from their struggles, because just as student struggles are community struggles are too student struggles. We have struggled together, and we are fighting to shape a better society together. As you prepare to walk this stage, be proud and know that the pride and inspiration of the student community that this SRC is charged with leading is nobody else but you. Congratulations, and we wish you nothing but the best in life. We are truly inspired. Thank you.
Professor Tyrone Pretorius, the Rector and Vice-Chancellor, will now address you.
Council member, Ms. Koliswa Mpongoshe, thank you for your attendance. Your presence here today tells us that our council values and appreciates the academic achievement of our students. Thank you. Parents and significant others of our graduates, the university executive, deans of faculties, the members of the SRC, UWC professors and academics, all guests, and of course, our graduates who today are our guests of honors. A warm welcome to the last graduation ceremony at the University of the Western Cape for 2023. Let me start by extending this institution's warmest congratulations to our graduates. For us, there's nothing more gratifying than graduation ceremonies to recognize and celebrate the culmination of years of hard work and dedication by our students. As a community of parents, friends, staff, and peers, we are all filled with immense pride in your accomplishments. Well done. In addressing you today, I want us to draw inspiration from the theme, moving mountains. Moving mountains not in the literal sense, but as a metaphor to overcome obstacles and to achieve what seemingly looks impossible. We have established in Woodstock a UWC campus site where, amongst others, we have a laboratory of kinetic objects to experiment with moving objects such as life-size puppets. On the 16th of December annually, this laboratory, as part of their work, takes part in a community puppet parade and festival in the rural town of Barrydale. I will be attending that festival this year, and the theme of the festival is moving mountains. At first glance, a mountain in front of you may symbolize challenges that appears to be insurmountable. But it can also signify our abilities to conquer them, move those mountains, or rise above them. We all have our mountains, but you, the class of 2023, were confronted with a set of unparalleled setbacks and hurdles. Of all the student cohorts, you probably had the hardest mountain to climb. Many of you commenced your studies in 2020 at the start of the COVID-19 pandemic, with hard lockdowns, unexpected shifts in learning and teaching, compounded by perpetual load shedding and financial uncertainty, to name but a few of the mountains that you faced. However, whatever those mountains were, you amazingly demonstrated the capacity and resilience to move those mountains. Each one of you has overcome challenges, seized opportunities, demonstrated commitment, and today you reap the reward for that commitment. However, even as we bask in the glow of the achievements of our students, we cannot ignore the dark realities of our times and the many regions in various parts of the world that are faced with seemingly unmovable mountains and landscapes of despair. We have all seen the images of destruction and despair, both physical and metaphorical, as a result of the wars on Ukraine, Palestine, and persistent conflicts across the continent of Africa. As a community and institution that have stood firm in the face of injustice, the dire situation in Gaza and the occupied West Bank demands our compassion and our condemnation. The statistics are horrific. In the occupied West Bank, there have been 3,290 arrests and detentions without trial. 3,365 people that were wounded, and 266 killed. In Gaza, more than 18,000 civilians have been killed, with almost 70% being women and children. It is estimated that 115 children are being killed per day. If we believe as a community that the killing of children is wrong and atrocious, and we call out the killing of children in Gaza, it is not political, it is about our shared humanity. If we believe the killing of women is wrong and atrocious, and we condemn the killing of women in Gaza, it is not political, it is about our shared humanity. Similarly, if we believe that the killing of innocent civilians are wrong and atrocious, and we speak up about the killing of innocent civilians in Gaza, it is not political, it is about our shared humanity. Closer to home, right here on our own doorstep, we are called on to take a stand against gender-based violence. We must, as a university community, foster a culture of respect, equality, and inclusivity, where every individual feels safe and valued. The UWC community would know that the recent events have demonstrated that gender-based violence is not a distant statistic, but a lived reality on our campus, in our communities, and in our country. Our December graduation is normally the ceremony where we graduate our health science students so that they are able to take up community service in January. Now, these graduates in health sciences, you have chosen noble professions that are known for the traits of empathy, compassion, and care, particularly for the weak and the vulnerable. I therefore urge you to use your agency and your voice to speak out against these mountains of despair, to break the cycle of gender-based violence. Similarly, speak out and condemn the killing of innocent women and children in Gaza. This is my 9th year as Vice Chancellor of UWC. And I continue to be filled with immense pride in the achievements of our students, but also the role that UWC continues to play in addressing complex local and global challenges. Our researchers conduct cutting-edge research in key fields such as astrophysics, bioinformatics, and so forth. And these researchers share evidence-based findings and recommendations to inform local and global policies on food security, public health, social justice, and models of governance. We continue to expand our footprint in Cape Town and in the Western Cape. This year alone, we opened 4 new campus sites to anchor the university more firmly in its regional surroundings. We launched the Belhar student residences, adding 2,720 new bed spaces. We refurbished a precinct on the South Campus to house the education faculty in modern, custom-fit facilities. We established an innovation hub in Parow, equipped with a state-of-the-art virtual and augmented reality studio and showroom. And we refurbished and repurposed a 1915 school in Greatmore Street, Woodstock, to house our Center for Humanities Research in a cultural district. We move mountains. In returning to the metaphor of moving mountains, graduates, today you are at one peak of your own mountain, but life also has values. As you embark on the next stage of your journey, remember this saying: live your life each day as you would climb a mountain. An occasional glance towards the summit keeps the goal of climbing the mountain in sight. But as you ascend, many beautiful scenes are to be observed from each vantage point. So, class of 2023, go forth and conquer your mountains. You are not just graduates of UWC, you are our ambassadors and the legacy that we want to leave. Thank you. An item in song will now be rendered by Kaylin Williams.
Domino,
by authority vested in me, I shall now admit the candidates who are presented to me and the candidates who were not able to attend the ceremony to degrees, diplomas, and certificates in the university.
Vice-Chancellor, the candidate Jacoba Jacob Moru will now be introduced to you by his supervisor, Professor de Koning.
Vice-Chancellor, I present to you Jacob J. Morrow, co-supervised by Professor Kime. The PhD thesis by Jacob Morrow on club development in the South African football landscape focuses on the South African Club Development Program, the CDP, as a key initiative of the Department of Sports, Arts and Culture, which was introduced in 2006 to promote community sport development in the country. The fieldwork focused on the Western Cape and KwaZulu-Natal, and the findings of the study revealed that priorities include strengthening relationship with key stakeholders, good corporate governance at club and federation level, and monitoring and evaluation, as well as a succession plan. External examiners from Ghana and Belgium noted the relevance of the design and implementation of community sport club development programs. The PhD by Jacob Morrow provides an important scientific study of the significance of the governance and management of club development in South African communities, which can be used as a model locally and internationally. Thank you.
Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy on Jacoba Jacob Morrow.
Vice-Chancellor, the candidate Chantal Melanie August will now be introduced to you by Prof. Mbelani.
Thank you so much. Good afternoon. Let me present the thesis entitled Exploring Translingual Assessment for Learning in Multilingual Grade 10 Afrikaans Home Language Classes. This formative intervention explored translingual strategies that could be used to offer epistemic access to Xhosa learners in grade 10 Afrikaans language home language classes in the Western Cape. Using interviews, questionnaires, documents, and observations, Chantal August found that the changed laboratory methodology opened a space for learners, teachers, and parents to question beliefs and practices that continued disadvantaging Xhosa learners in the monolingual Afrikaans classes. Through deliberation among participants, there was emergence of transformative agency, which resulted in the accommodation of translanguaging as a resource in achieving social justice and transformation in education. She recommends that careful implementation of policy and striving for a balance between language choice and school of choice. Thank you.
Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy on Chantal Melanie August. Vice Chancellor, the candidate Alumu Esro Fentau will now be introduced to you by Prof. Ruan Marman. Oh, sorry. Vice Chancellor, the candidate Divyani Jito Nipile will now be introduced to you by Prof. P. Langa. Prof. Langa.
I have the honor of presenting the thesis of student Divinia Pillay, entitled Structural Dynamics of Leadership in Current Intra-Africa Higher Education Collaborative Research Teams, the case of selected South African research-based universities. The thesis explores what the research team leader role entails when leading multinational, multicultural research teams in Africa. The focus of the interdisciplinary research is the leadership of higher education internationalization using mixed method research framework. Through the analysis of the leadership structures, roles, and systems, the study provides an understanding of complexities in leading international collaborative research teams. The study highlights leadership approaches within the African context and concludes that there is a need to build leadership capacity while creating environments supportive of leadership development in academic institutions. A timely study, it calls for African universities to take their rightful place in responding to global challenges. Thank you.
Vice Chancellor, I request to confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy on Divina Jito Nipile. Vice Chancellor, the candidate Caroline Crystal Keys will now be introduced to you by Prof. Zubaida Desai.
Good afternoon, everybody. Before I read the citation, I have to say this. Some things never change. When I was the Dean of Education, I had this gown that weighed me down because it was so big and they didn't have a gown to fit me. The same is happening today, and I've been doing this all the time, so my apologies. Caroline Keys' thesis title was Blended Learning Approaches in the B.Ed Foundation Phase Teaching Program, Strengths and Challenges. This case study of blended learning approaches in the B.Ed Foundation Phase Teaching Program focused on the strengths and challenges of blended learning approaches in the first year of the B.Ed. A primarily qualitative research methodology was employed with some supportive quantitative data. The study found that the inclusion of blended learning definitely assisted students to engage more energetically in their own learning. Thank you.
Vice Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy on Caroline Crystal Keys. Vice Chancellor, the candidate James Sibanda will now be introduced to you by Prof. Joy Papier.
Good afternoon. The title of the thesis is Using the Comet Diagnostic Model to Enhance Occupational Competence of Electrical Engineering Students in Technical and Vocational Education and Training, TVET, colleges. Through didactic application of the Competence Measurement in Electrical Technology, COMET model, James Sibanda's doctoral study addresses a knowledge gap in vocational pedagogy in South African TVET colleges. Using a sequential explanatory research design, learning and assessment tasks based on authentic industry activities were designed to develop students' holistic problem-solving capabilities. Compelling evidence of the COMET model's ability to enhance occupational competence was found, highlighting its didactic potential to bridge the divide between competence development at TVET colleges and the competencies required by industry at entry level. Sibanda's findings offer strategic guidance to colleges for assisting students to achieve holistic competence essential to the modern workplace.
Vice Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy on James Sibanda.
Vice Chancellor, the candidate Anas Al-Atayeb will now be introduced to you by Professor Chokonte Chola.
Good afternoon. Vice Chancellor, let me introduce you, Mr. Anas Amin Ahmed Al-Tayeb. The research project of Mr. Al-Tayeb was based on chemical pressures induced transition from magnetic ground state from ferromagnetic to antiferromagnetic order in two magnetic compounds. These are cerium copper germanium and dysprosium copper indium. The research was provided for magnetic ground state switching between ferromagnetic and antiferromagnetic, driven by the substitution of the D and F electron in this compound. The method used by Mr. Al-Tayeb to investigate the magnetic phase transition is that of macroscopic method, which rely on the magnetization, magnetic susceptibility, and specific heat measurement. The focus of the project was to employ three families of rare earth systems. These are the cerium copper substitution of germanium with tin, and the cerium substitute with neodymium copper germanium. And the other compound was the substitution of copper with palladium in dysprosium palladium indium to uncover the underlying ground state property that result in the strong coupling between the conduction electron and the 4f electron of the rare earth ion of its magnetic state from the ferromagnetic to antiferromagnetic order.
Vice Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy on Anas Al-Atayeb. Vice Chancellor, the candidate Pascal Ogekuchi Amachi will now be introduced to you by Professor Opuari.
Thank you. The title of the thesis is The Orange Basin Deepwater Mass Transport Deposits, Structure, Stratigraphy, and Implications for Basin Evolution and Geohazard Assessment. Mr. Amechi's doctoral studies investigate the mass transport deposits in the Orange Basin in South Africa and their relationship to the basin's structural evolution. The study utilizes a multidisciplinary approach combining seismic data analysis, seismic geomorphic methods, and geological interpretation. 4 distinct MTDs in the Orange Basin are identified: the Neogene, Santonian, Coniacian, and Turian MTDs. His findings enhance our understanding of MTDs in the Orange Basin and their relationship to the basin's structural evolution. Thank you. Congratulations.
Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy on Pascal Ogechukwu Amachi. Vice-Chancellor, the candidate Remonde Bambauku Bekale will now be introduced to you. I am the supervisor and I'll read the citation. The title of the thesis is Investigation of the Antimicrobacterial Activity of 1,3-beta-glucan conjugated polymeric nanoparticles in a tuberculosis mouse infection model. Tuberculosis is a major public global health concern, more so in South Africa. Given rising resistance to antibiotics, there is need for new treatment approaches. Raimonde investigated a new immunotherapy approach which uses nanoparticles functionalized with an immunomodulatory compound. She synthesized nanoparticles and investigated their safety and effectiveness when administered into the lungs of mice infected with a clinically relevant strain of tuberculosis. Her work demonstrates the interplay between immune modulation and physiological changes within organs and the killing of bacteria. She found that these nanoparticles induce significant killing of Mycobacterium tuberculosis in the lungs. These are novel findings and are expected to support further clinical development of this new treatment approach. Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy on Raimonde Bambauku Bekale. Vice-Chancellor, the candidate Michael Kenneth Brown will now be introduced to you by Professor M. Gibbons.
Thank you. Michael's thesis reads as Null Models, an adapted tool for integrative taxonomy. Although jellyfish, as a group, are over 600 million years old and can be found throughout the world's oceans, they appear to show little diversity. This is not real, however, and DNA is now revealing hidden differences between uniformly appearing species. Michael's thesis uses jellyfish material collected around Africa by the FAO's Nansen program in order to uncover and document this diversity. And he does it using both integrative approaches, meaning the combination of molecules, morphology, morphometrics, and naidy, and by borrowing from ecological theory to test species concepts. His work was born during COVID-19 when international travel and the exchange of museum specimens was impossible. And the methods he uses provide a significant new tool for taxonomists, not only of jellyfish.
Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy on Michael Kenneth Brown. He will be invested by his father, Dr. Duncan Brown. Vice Chancellor, the candidate Kudakwashe Dandenja will now be introduced to you by Dr. M. Kaziaska.
Good afternoon. The title of the thesis was A Framework for the Analysis of Discrete Irregular Pattern Sequential Datasets. Trial and error is often used for developing new deep learning models. There is no systematic procedure for improving existing models for predicting irregular sequential time series. This research developed a systematic framework to improve state-of-the-art deep learning models for financial time series prediction. The framework was used to create an enhanced model. A design science research methodology was used to design this framework with customized multidimensional evaluation criteria and metrics. This model was applied to predict currency exchange rates more accurately than existing state-of-the-art models found in the literature. The main contribution of this work is a framework that provides a procedure for improving deep learning models very systematically. As a proof of its usefulness, the framework was applied to develop an improved model. Thank you.
Vice Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy on Kudakwashe Dandajena. Vice Chancellor, the candidate Sarah DeRate will now be introduced to you by the supervisor, Professor Alan Christophels.
It's a pleasure for me to introduce Sarah, who had to go back during COVID back to her home country and completed a thesis in California. So the thesis is entitled Investigating Genetic Diversity and MicroRNA of Hermetia illucens, also known as the black soldier fly, to breed for mass production of a novel sustainable protein. A novel sustainable protein is much needed as the demands of a growing global population starts to rise. An insect meal is seen as a suitable replacement, and the black soldier fly is the most used insect in industrial rearing. Optimization of mass breeding programs require a better understanding of the genetics of this fly, and Sarah described the genetic diversity of 3 fly populations, as well as a regulatory genetic signature that is observed across 5 life stages of this fly. She demonstrated that there are 24 genetic signatures that are unique to this fly, as well as 6 regions of interest on 4 chromosomes that were seen as potential areas that undergo selective pressure. The findings of the study expand on a growing genetic landscape that is needed to mass rear the economical as well as environmentally important black soldier fly.
Vice Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy on Sarah DeRate. Vice Chancellor, the candidate Nehemiah Dominic will now be introduced to you by Professor Opuari.
The title of the thesis is The Effect of the Depositional Patterns on the Formation of the Late Cretaceous Reservoirs, Orange Basin, offshore South Africa. Mr. Dominic's doctoral studies focused on the effect of depositional patterns on the formation of the late Cretaceous reservoirs from 7 wells in the Orange Basin, offshore South Africa. His results revealed that quartz cementation and compaction were the most significant diagenetic processes identified, and gray coating chloride affected porosity and permeability. The quantitative assessment revealed moderate flow zones in the lower Cretaceous units. His findings advance our understanding of the petroliferous Orange Basin and may have implications for exploiting and exploring petroleum. Thank you. Congratulations.
Vice Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy on Nehemiah Dominic. Vice Chancellor, the candidate John Juma will now be introduced to you by Professor Alan Christoffels.
John Juma's thesis is entitled The Genomic Epidemiology of Rift Valley Fever in East Africa. And this Rift Valley fever is a climate-driven zoonotic disease of importance to both public and livestock health, given its epidemic potential. John's thesis successfully developed tools and methods for generation of Rift Valley fever virus genetic data to monitor the spread of Rift Valley fever. He combined climatic, epidemiological, as well as spatio-temporal data to understand the transmission dynamics of Rift Valley fever virus in East Africa. John showed that the virus spreads at a moderate speed compared to other zoonotic viruses such as SARS-CoV-2 and Ebola, which spread rather rapidly. With these computational as well as experimental methods in place, genomic surveillance of Rift Valley fever virus can be effectively implemented to characterize and track circulating variants and use that data to design diagnostic tools and guide the development of vaccines.
Vice Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy on John Juma. Vice Chancellor, the candidate Benedicto Boniface Kashindie will now be introduced to you by the co-supervisor, Ms. Janet Kutsia.
Good afternoon. The title of the thesis is Multi-Frequency Acoustic Identification of Mesopelagic Fish in the Benguela region, Assessment of their spatial distribution, Environmental Drivers, and Biomass Estimation. The mesopelagic zone of the ocean occurs at depths between 2,000 and 1,000 meters depth below the sea surface and is populated by weird fish with large eyes, toothy mouths, and light-emitting organs. These fish are poorly known but represent a potentially huge biomass. A biomass that is eaten by even bigger deep-sea animals and could be eaten by humans too. Determining how much fish is present is tricky because of where they are found, but using multi-frequency hydroacoustics, think of sonar systems, it is possible with a lot of computational work that was much more physics than biology. Benedicto developed an acoustic method to identify mesopelagic fish. He then used this method to estimate their biomass and to explore the environmental factors influencing their distribution. His data were collected off Namibia as part of the FAO Nansen's program. Thank you.
Vice Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy on Benedicto Boniface Kashindie. Vice Chancellor, the candidate Lee-Ann Tina Niekirk will now be introduced to you by the supervisor, Professor M. Keister.
Good afternoon. Leanne's thesis title was Iron Deficiency, Alleviation by Exogenous Indole 3 Carboxyaldehyde in Fasciolis vulgaris. Iron is an essential element for common bee nutrition because it regulates vital enzymatic activities as well as photosynthetic processes. In this study, Leanne used a biomolecule called indole 3 carboxyaldehyde to enhance the growth of common beans under iron deficiency stress. By adding the molecule, Leanne observed better crop performance through activation of crucial physiobiochemical pathways and the increased uptake of all essential nutrients. She identified essential proteins that govern the mechanism of iron deficiency alleviation by indole 3 carboxyaldehyde, which is a first in plant sciences. This study improves iron levels in food crops, which can be critical in combating iron deficiency-induced anemia in humans, one of the major nutritional disorders worldwide.
Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy on Leanne Tina Nakirk. Vice-Chancellor, the candidate Awawu Grace Madu will now be introduced to you. In the absence of the supervisors, I will read the citation. The title of the thesis is Women's Use of Subcutaneous Depot-Medroxyprogesterone Acetate in a Basket of Contraceptives Among Women in Nigeria, Involvement of Male Partners. Dr. Madu embarked 3 years ago on an ambitious research looking at women's use of subcutaneous depot-medroxyprogesterone acetate in a basket of contraceptives among women in Nigeria, taking a new approach that also focuses on males. The factors that influenced women's use of the contraceptive were partner approval, good spousal communication, and partner support. At the community level, the positive factor that influenced women's use was a recommendation from other women, while negative factors included social norms putting pressure on women to give birth to many children, son preference, and stigmatization of adolescents for seeking contraceptives. This unique research is of great importance in helping with unwanted pregnancies, which are still problematic in the country. Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy on Awawu Grace Madu. Vice-Chancellor, the candidate Adetoke Bukola Oyekola will now be introduced to you by Professor S. Apuni.
The title of the thesis is Influence of Data Accuracy and No Use of Quality Information on Reproductive Health, a comparative study of Nigeria and South Africa. The research explores the critical role of information systems in healthcare and the challenges faced by low and middle income nations, specifically South Africa and Nigeria, in maintaining data accuracy and utilizing high quality information data from the demographic and health survey of women aged between 15 and 49. The study employs quantitative methods including univariate, bivariate, and multivariate analysis. The study underscores the importance of government involvement, suitable policies, and recommendations such as health education, promotion, facility-based deliveries, and continuous research to enhance maternal health care quality and informed decision-making. This research provides a foundation for evidence-based policies to improve reproductive health outcomes in Nigeria and South Africa.
Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy on Adetoke Bukola Oyekola.
Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Master of Dental Surgery on the following candidate, Renita van der Merwe. Oh, and a special hand clap for her because she's got a cum laude. How you say your name? Okay. Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Bachelor of Dental Surgery on the following candidates, Tolachano Adam, Zahira Adams, Rakiba Ali, Yashika Pediesi, Amara Behadin, Monique Bones, Theo Stefan Bota, Holly Lewis Brooke Elder, Hanifa Carlo, Mohammed Kasimji, Chien Chen, Zara Da Costa, Lukman Daniels, Nicole Taryn Daniels, Tiffany Shanae Darling, Aude DeBrain, Shira Dayaram, Misha D. Dirksey, Jean-Michael Duran, Irene DeToy, Babalwa Dianti, Berna Pearl Erasmus, Mohammed Masood Faroukian, Cameron Storm Fick, Daniela Freitas, Patrick Ringarai, Tyler Aaron George. Look at the camera. Intelligent Gumede. Luiso Saseko Guabe. Mahdia Haji. Malin Haynes. Kieran Hannah Hafke. Stand on the white flag. Yeah. Stand on the white. Zara Ismail. Susan Janssen. Taiba Khan. Stand on the white line. Luan Arthur Killian. Yusuf Lani. Elizabeth Lorraine Lowe. Natalie Michaela Lavelle. Aduval Madula. Karina Maharaj. Senslale Makoba. Lushlile Mali. Megan Marias. Catherine Marks. Stand on the white line. Shalom Sakani Mashlanga. Stand on the white line. Lucy Tobacco Moroto. Stand on the white line. Shezan Mochiwala. Stand on. Azra Mauser. Stand on the white line. Shaza Mauser. Stand on the white line. Nanaya Pearl Mapra. Okay, thank you. Lindeka Nsane. Nasipo Mandisa. Are you saying it? Mtupa. I don't know how to say it. Mawande Mchali. Stand. Jamil Ahmed Mustafa. Renine Nelushi. Yeah, congratulations. Welcome Andiswe Nyachi. Atya Omarji. Okay. Mavunga Ramavoya. Nasha Nimvari Rambaran. On the white line. Caitlin Amber Rubin. Conrad Johannes Rowe. Tamaya Sefodin. Miriam Sarah Sandani. Jade Kimlin Smith. Ulweto Solombela. Okay. Standing. Okay. Zara Suleiman. Saraletso. How you saying it? Slapane. Pamaya Seichua. Thank you. Stefanie Liesel van der Hever. Nelien van der Merwe. Caitlin Ann van der Westhuizen. Chloe Sybil van Niekerk. Vian Adriaan van Wyk. Nerys Verkeil. Elmarie Verwey. Johannes Hendrik Spreet Visser. Anwar Ali Afsar Ali Wakli. Jessica Catherine Wessels. And the last of the BDS, Ahmed Yusuf. Vice Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Bachelor of Oral Health on the following candidates. Chantel Swart, completed magna cum laude. Inga Kleinans, cum laude. Sarah Lee Lloyd Langford, cum laude. Aaron Ablis. Nurjan Abrams. Mishka Erin Boyson. Amy Lee Kluter. Michelle Dana. Kaylin Tara Dramat. Corinne Michelle Fourie. Shazia Govender. Mondli Kati. Chandray Linden. Melusi Maloka. Tembelishle Atinkosi Molakali. Mojalifa Errol Mpaki. Miso Mieko. Lizakanya Ngasa. Nicole Kirsten Ringquist. Are you saying it? Hafsa West. And the last of the BOH candidates is Luke Owen Wilson.
Vice Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Master of Education on the following candidates: Benedette Mary Lee Marman, Africa; Anthony Kosi Ngwenguza; Vice Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Master of Education, Adult Learning and Global Change on the following candidate: Teresa Raman; Vice Chancellor, I request you to confer the postgraduate certificate in education, further education and training teaching on the following candidates: Leanne Ann Brink, completed cum laude; Faith Lynn Abdul, completed. Rowan Adrian Abdul. Shayna Abdul. Abu Bakr Abrams. Anadine Abrams. Caitlin Abrams. Lucien Abrams. Nathan Abrams. Matthew Achilles. Nicole Adams. Colin Caden Adriansa. Anik Albertine. Andre Luke Bartos. Zara Basadine. Abigail Bukes. Lucanio Bocolo. Erlene Bota. Tato Ana Botelezzi. Warda Bauman Phillips. Andiswa Boya. Bernadine Kylie Casper. Randy Cedrus. Amy Christians. Dylan Chandler Claassen. Harriet Michaela Rushana Claassen. Anel Damons. Bronwyn Michelle Daniels.
Kotha Davids.
Kuta Davids. Abigail DeFries. Rosanna Melissa Dimas. Mishka Dennis. Lisa Diedrichs. Fatima Afifa Yakub Diwawala. Tamsin Taryn Drood. Anke Diarawe. Sarah Isa. Sadiq Ivers. Hendrik Jaden Iverts. Gillian Nicole Fortin. Wendell Quinton Fortune. Monique Fredericks. Chesley Gamba. Noreen Tandiswa Gememe. Bulik Golding. Karen Kaminita Golait. Robin Lee Goodman. Colin Helen Griffin. Courtney Kruwald. Janadine Krootboom. Kirsty Leah Ann. Malika Hendricks. Sherlyn Rivaldi Hermanos. Brittany Candace Horton. Logan Hugo. Megan Isaacs. Tamia Devonay Roxanne Jackson. Akila Jaffa. Michaela Kristen Jankis. Kotatso Lindiwe Gianna. Aisha Johadin. Cornwall Hedrick Joseph. Dylan Joseph. Tamarin Janely Joseph. Apiwa Kashla. Bradley Tevin Kaiser. Mersha Kindle. Zoe Kirsten. Viwe Conlo. Donia Juleli Kupman. Jason Philip Koopman. Michaela Koopman. Anastasia Creel. Joshua Derek Lefleur. Rele Boshile Lekata. Alicia Mariska Lewis. Yolisa Liwani. Kyle Marvin Lewis. Kanyiso Ntanda Mangali. Avila Marawa. Amber Marinus. Zimkita May. Mzasi Mazembe. Piliswa Mbaliswana. Julie Ann Rose McKenzie. Samashla Miriam Mashlangu. Mandela Alunusedo. Janik Meya. Tyler Chelsea Meya. Zianda Ngei. Inshlo Nipo Ngiba. Tina Maguire. Ainsley Claudia Miller. Zinshle Mashla Twa. Lungukazi Mshlenzana. Kurisio Mohammed. Kota Motlock. Siabula Benjamin Mpeti. Mpiti. Okay. Okushule Msheshwe. Simbasiwe Mtengwana. Nosipo Makasa. Amida Naidu. Darren Nell. Vianney Ngaleka. Samantha Bushle Nkosi. Sumakela Chumisa Matolo. Fomolo Intaba. Jean-Marie Ntomovukia. Letitia October. Shanik Olis Laga. Sana Pandi. Letita Andrea Papier. Shante Paulse. Anduran Ilfred Pekir. Sorry. Nicole Shannon Phillips. Kami Lee Phillips. Sanaliswa Kai. Felicia Mushe Raman. Amy Olivia Ritz. Nsidisa Nomvuzo Remy.
Sorry, don't read the back, right? Just my name, please. Kelly Gabriela Samuels.
Kelly Gabriela Samuels. Abigail Sanderson. Marianne Amongile Nkosi Saboto. Lindelwa Sigodi. Claudia Simere. Happiness Kuni. Stacy Elene Renish Solomons. Zingisa Somakaka. Kanisila Sondiazi. Kisma Viola Stein. And Linda Sunduza. Ndembeko Tetse. Yanola Titi. Edwin Daniel Derek Ace. Lloyd van der Westhuizen. Kina van Roy. Farron Lynn van Schalkwijk. Nasipi Lungisa Vatala. Sinovuyo Gumindaba. Dylan Brandon Wally. Lauren Me Ann Webb. Bronte Williams. Graslyn Williams. Uzair Wilson. Christella Georgial Wiston. Bradwin Vonnerlich. Brittany Brooke Weingart. Vyakwazi Kwai.
Vice Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Master of Pharmacy on the following candidate: Bonheer Furiase, cum laude. Vice Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Master of Philosophy, Population Studies on the following candidates. Tembelile Penelope Ginyana. Pilile Precious Shezi. Rosa Stofile. Vice Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Master of Science Applied Geology on the following candidate. Simam Kele Jamjam. Vice Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Master of Science, Biodiversity and Conservation Biology on the following candidates. Chandre Hofstander. Taryn Joy Jacobs. Vice Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Master of Science Bioinformatics on the following candidate. Keegan Brown. Vice Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Master of Science Biotechnology on the following candidate. Chanel Carlita Duplessis. Vice Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Master of Science Chemical Science on the following candidate. Ntombekaya Theodora France. Vice Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Master of Science Environmental and Water Science on the following candidates. Presanta Bisonram. Anna Umne Nenzoro. Magna cum laude. Vice Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Master of Science Medical Bioscience on the following candidate. Joshua Delport. Tershilin Jefta, cum laude. Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree Master of Science, Physical Science on the following candidates: Mosima Portia Masipa, summa cum laude. Walter Silima, magna cum laude.
This university is well known for its historical struggle against apartheid and its continued fight against oppression, discrimination, and disadvantage in South Africa. In this spirit, I would like to call upon representatives from the Bachelor of Dental Surgery and Oral Health to make their statement regarding the Palestine-Israel conflict. Let us continue to uphold the values of open discourse and understanding, recognizing the role of academia in addressing global challenges while celebrating the achievements of our graduates today.
Good afternoon to all those present here today. The late Nelson Rolihlahla Mandela once said, "Palestine is more than just a piece of land. It is a home to people who deserve peace, justice, and dignity." As we stand on the threshold of this significant milestone in our lives, it is essential to acknowledge not just our accomplishments, but also the world beyond the confines of our degrees. Our hearts carry the weight of the profound loss and the echoes of a humanitarian crisis that demands our attention, the echoes of pain and injustice that reverberates across the globe. We cannot continue our lives ignoring the ongoing violence and oppression that is being faced within our communities of Palestine, where there is immense suffering and the unfathomable horrors of a humanitarian genocide continues to unravel right before our eyes. Reflecting on the rich history within South Africa, we draw strength from the struggles against apartheid within our country, a powerful testament to the resilience and collective resolve against injustice. Just as we stood united against systemic oppression, we called upon to stand in solidarity with all those suffering, to condemn the atrocities faced globally, and to advocate for justice and peace in the face of this massacre. Our hearts ache for the lives lost, particularly the lives of women, children, healthcare workers, and oral healthcare workers that have fallen victim to these senseless attacks. Dr. Ahmed Al-Hourani, Dr. Nada Mahdi, Dr. Ibrahim Al-Dali, Dr. Bilal Lubad, Dr. Marwa Swalem, Dr. Arij Eid, Dr. Tawfiq Al-Farah, Dr. Abdallah Baghdadi. 8 oral healthcare professionals out of the many number of healthcare professionals that have become just an added number to the list of names that continues to grow day by day, hour by hour, minute by minute, second by second. Not just names, but those that have once again fallen victim to oppression, fallen victim to apartheid, fallen victim to genocide, fallen victim to senseless attacks. The oath that we're about to take is the cornerstone to our profession, a sacred promise which binds us not only to the art and science of dentistry and within the medical field, but to the greater cause of humanity. It's a commitment to heal, to alleviate those suffering, and to confront injustice wherever it extends. It's a promise to honor the memory of our fallen colleagues by tirelessly advocating for a world without fear and violence, for a world without pain and suffering. It's a vow to uphold the principles of compassion, healing, and justice. So let us heed the call of our oath, to be advocates for healing, to be champions of compassion, and to raise our voices against this humanitarian crisis and the injustices of the world. Let us navigate our professional paths with empathy, solidarity, and an unwavering dedication to the values that define our noble profession and our commitment to the betterment of humanity. Before we proceed with our oath-taking, I'd like all of us to take a moment of silence to reflect upon all those who have lost their lives and all those who have been indiscriminately killed. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will now have the oath taking by the students of the Dental Surgery and Bachelor of Oral Health programs. Will those students please rise? You will repeat after me, please. The oath is in your books. On receiving my degree, I herewith solemnly promise to benefit my patients to the best of my ability and my knowledge, and never to do anything which may be deleterious to them, never to divulge whatever I may see or hear in the exercise of my profession which ought not to be made known, and in so doing to protect the esteem and image of my profession as I would my life. To revere my mentors at all times. Should I keep this promise faithfully, may I then at all times, in the practice of my profession and in the course of my life, be worthy of the respect of all people. Thank you very much.
Please join me in thanking our graduates for the joy that they brought us today, and to wish them well in their professional life or whatever they are going to do after leaving this hall. Please join me. Graduates, it's been a long journey, but you had help and support on the way. And I'd like you to take your degree certificate and acknowledge your parents, your loved ones, your significant others. Please acknowledge them. Please also thank your professors, your supervisors, your mentors, and your teachers on stage. And then there are so many people that work behind the scene to make sure that this function, this event runs smoothly. To all our support staff, from events management, audio, visual, the Deputy Registrar's office, examinations, the ushers, the cleaners, the security guard, please join me in thanking them for their selfless work. All good things come to an end. This congregation of the University of the Western Cape is now dissolved.
wish and they wish and they wish and they wishing on me. Yeah. I've been moving calm, don't start no trouble with me. Trying to keep it peaceful is a struggle for me. Don't pull up at 6 a.m. to cuddle with me. You know how I like it when you loving on me. I don't wanna die for them to miss me. Yes, I see the things that they wishing on me. Hope I got some brothers that outlive me. They gon' tell the story was different with me. God's plan, God's plan. I hold back, sometimes I won't, yeah. I feel good, sometimes I don't, hey, no. I finesse down Western Road, hey, next. Might go down to G.O.D., yeah, wait. I go hard on Southside G, yeah, wait. I make sure that Northside eat. And still, bad things. It's a lot of bad things that they wish and they wish and they wish and they wish and they wishing on me. Bad things. It's a lot of bad things that they wish and they wish and they wish and they wish and they wishing on me. Yeah. Hey, hey. She say, do you love me? I tell her only partly. I only love my bed and my mama, I'm sorry. 50 dub, I even got it tatted on me. 81, they'll bring the crashers to the party. And you know me, turn the 02 into the 03, dawg. Without 40 Ollie, there be no me. Imagine if I never met the broskies. God's plan, God's plan. I can't do this on my own, hey, no, hey. Someone watching it close, yeah, close. I've been me since Scarlet Road, hey, Might go down as G.O.D., yeah, wait. I go hard on Southside G, hey, wait. I make sure that Northside eat, yeah. And still, bad things. It's a lot of bad things that they wishing and wishing and wishing and wishing they wishing on me. Yeah. Yeah. Bad things. It's a lot of bad things that they wish and they wish and they wish and they wish and they wishing on me. Yeah.